welcome back to Reading Homestuck, the Epilogues. We got Mason, Arthur, and June here today.
Hello.
I'm back.
She's back.
I skipped the ending.
Yeah, you missed. You missed something. Let's just say that.
Let's be honest, Arthur. You missed the last major event. You didn't even miss the last major event. You missed nothing that actually occurred. You missed one
just the last
long
bit that
ramble
happened,
and
really.
a minor preview of some stuff we're probably going to be getting into in the coming episodes. So,
hooray!
So really, you didn't miss much. You were there for Obama, and that's all that you needed to be there for. Really, that's all you would have given a shit about.
What you basically missed, Arthur, was the equivalent of the post-credit scene for Age of Ultron, which is a post-credit scene for a different movie.
Oh.
I can't believe Obama is real.
Obama.
Yes.
I believe Obama showed up and said, "Oh, fine, I'll do it myself."
It being drone striking a wedding. We've got one more in us here.
Drone strikes. Bomb them. Keep bombing them. I know Obama didn't say that, but it's still valid.
Different motherfucker, but we're here.
It was an American lady, but like an American stuff.
An American person said it. They're all the same person.
American said it. They're all the same. All Americans are the exact same.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned.
Okay. Well, meat time. I think
Homestuck
we'll do this page.
They have the meats.
We'll do this page, and then we'll get into the thing Arthur's been cooking for the last few weeks that we have just, by scheduling, never actually been able to do. Because someone's
don't feel too bad, because I have not done any more of it myself. You know, every week I've been like, I really want to do this.
It's been cooked. It's just been left in the oven to keep warm for weeks.
Yeah, I've been like, I love writing. I should do this more often, and then I sit there and
To be fair, by Paper Mario logic, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh.
Fair enough.
You can leave,
I don't know what you mean by
leave
that.
a cake. Well, in Paper Mario, you can leave a cake in the oven for like 412 years.
Oh yeah, the mini game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. I thought you were talking about like the quality of the games, like Thousand Year Door remake, whatever. I don't know.
I was
making
just
sit on a Paper Mario game for long enough, it suddenly becomes good.
So
No. It's more like they gave you the same game again, and it was good.
I feel like that's kind of that's like a slightly different thing. That's just doing the same recipe.
Probably.
Again.
I don't know. I mean, I was
Whatever.
incorrect is the point.
We're mixing metaphors.
We're talking about
We're making
ovens.
metaphors
That's
about
why
metaphors.
You were talking about actual cakes in Paper Mario.
Yes,
and I thought you were going for some weird metaphor.
You see the cake
Rather than
is
a
an
relatively
element,
standard simile or metaphor or whatever the fuck.
Speech is completely literal metaphor, so just go over the head. Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
Meat was definitely the right choice, you think? I'm just gonna get into it. Meat
looks
was
like
definitely
meat
the right choice,
back
you
on
think?
the meat.
As grease drips down your chin.
What?
The meat is cold and undercooked, so you have to grab it with both hands while you rend it apart with your incisors. It bursts in chunks, filling your mouth with blood and your throat with mangled knots of bristle and long strands of muscle fiber. Yeah.
Oh god,
That's
off to
fair.
a fucking fantastic start. Ugh.
Well, great beginning, everybody. Welcome to the meat timeline. Half a paragraph
the
in
better
and
one, by the way.
And we gotta go. I love like semi-necessary, presumably it'll be metaphorically necessary descriptions.
Yeah, let's just get through this so that June can
you
come
take
back.
big bites, almost. Yeah, you take big bites, almost too big to swallow. So big that you choke on the meaty mulch and hog some of it up into your nasal cavity. Thanks. You sneeze out a gooey rope of phlegm and flesh. You stop for a moment to wipe your face, but your chin is still slippery after you wipe the mess away. Slivers of meat catch between your teeth as you masticate with bestial enthusiasm. You use your thumbnail to fish them out. Finish up. Some of the blood is coagulated on the surface of the plate. You grab it from Calliope and lick it clean. She watches you, calm, placid, alien. Roxy has leaned forward to scrutinize your slovenly feasting, her eyes wide and intense. You stare back at them with your hands coated in unctuous organic matter and flecks of seared skin. The blood on your hands is so thin that it's like oily Kool-Aid pooling in your palm. Let me just... Yep, no, I think it might still be bad. Great.
I think the next paragraph and then I think it's done.
You think suddenly about the many horrible crimes committed by Lord English. God, that guy's the worst. The memory of his stupid face and his terrible art and all the abominable misfortune he has caused across multiple universes and timelines makes your meal start to curdle in your stomach. The meat sits there like a big, lardy mass, a black hole bursting the universe around it. You feel like rocks are churning in your gut and your mouth begins to water hot and sour. The flavour of the afternoon air changes around you and it's too hot, almost suffocating. You swallow back, mouthful of pungent bile as your eyes swim and lose focus. You know what you must do.
Let's take John.
Let me just... I feel like I am just going to...
Is it done
double check...
I'm
just
so.
double checking. I think so. I don't think there's going to be any more deeply and unnecessarily visceral and disgusting descriptions of eating mostly raw meat.
I hope not.
Oh, what the? Why am I even here? Oh.
Uh-huh.
What the
It's
fuck?
the only reason he came along. It's the only reason he came along.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was worse.
I love
actually
the
somehow
juicy
from the
meat
point
in
you
my
left,
mouth.
June, it somehow got worse. So, yeah,
I
good thing
briefly
we did.
skimmed over it
Temporarily.
and was like, no thanks, I'm not
Yeah,
listening.
we're gonna like, motherfucker, I know you've been depressed for a good few years, John, but that does not cause you to revert to an actual fucking caveman.
Actually, this is how I eat normally.
Well, that's you. That's a
Yeah.
you problem.
Nah. It's a me
Okay,
bonus.
I guess everyone eats like that now. Everyone eats like that now, I guess.
I'm just going to take John.
Yeah, please do, yeah. June, you take Roxy.
Excuse me.
I'll take Calliope. Or Arthur, you can take Calliope when we get there.
Yeah.
Of course.
I know what I must do.
Of course you know. What kind of guy would you be if you stayed here, when you're the only one in existence capable of completing the grim task? A pretty shitty one, who just sneaks up a chunk of raw meat in front of a girl he used to have a gigantic crush on.
I have to go
John.
back and kill Lord English.
You sure?
I think so. It will probably be hard, but I think it's the right thing to do. Everyone is counting on me.
Roxy pulls back and takes a deep breath. It's a very thin breath, and her bottom lip quivers a bit when she sucks it in. She looks disappointed, though you could be misreading her, as usual. Calliope looks... well, her face is a perpetually grinning skull. You'll be damned if you know what's on her mind, either.
I understand.
No one says anything for some time. A pleasant breeze rolls down the hills. In the distance, the bell tower chimes twice. You notice that a group of Carapitians have stopped to stare at you with beady-eyed fascination. The front of your shirt is stained with dark, slimy patches from the meat. Christ, why did you have to eat the meat like such a slob? Yeah, I've been asking this.
What I'm saying!
That's what
Nah.
I'm saying. Google.
Google, show me this guy's candy timeline.
Please don't.
Google,
We've
some of this
already
guy's
seen
Switch
it.
history.
Genuinely just like What the fuck?
Well, we're off
way
to
to kick off the better timeline.
we're off to a flying start, by which I mean flying directly into a wood chipper.
So, is
I'm
that
happy.
it? Should I
That's you,
get going?
mate. You take Calliope, Arthur. It's behind us.
Did you say my name's Jess?
No, I said I just thought I'd share.
I thought you said, oh, Jess.
I'm Jay.
My name's Jeff. Okay,
I'm
we're off to
Jay.
an incredible start, actually, because we've got a fucking my name Jeff in less than
My
15
name's
minutes of the
Jay.
episode.
My name's John.
My
You
name's
have to
John.
imagine me saying that and looking around like I'm lost and I don't know where I am.
Yeah, looking around like John Travolta.
Like, totally
All this
just
time I was
utterly
John
confused.
Travolta.
Why am I just
oh
a-
my god.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
I'm gonna get shot.
It's not happening ever again.
Oh, well.
I actually die at the end of this video.
That's sad.
No.
What a heartbreaking. In memorandum.
Just to pay. In memoriam.
I was
Arthur
gonna
is
say,
dead.
I think memorandum is a different thing.
In
memorabilia.
referendum of Arthur.
We're making a decision about him right now.
No, I did mean the right thing. Yeah, the professional, like internal communication. Yeah,
In museum.
yeah. In memorandum, we're discussing my death professionally. Literally on the channel.
So if he dies on the 25th,
I'm leaving
Do we
nothing
get-
to anyone. I
damn.
want it all burned.
There will be no there will be no evidence bar maybe memory. No, invent the neuralizer. Make it so he simply never was at the moment of his death.
Okay. You got it, boss.
Unmark me from the universe's cruel edge.
Have you ever imagined a world where everything is exactly the same, except you don't exist?
Alright, I'll read this.
Anyway, Calliope.
If this is your decision, then yes. There's no time to lose. If the choice you have made is the matter.
Calliope closes up the picnic blanket and stands. Roxy follows, taking Calliope's hand in hers again. Say goodbye?
Okay then. Thanks for inviting me to this picnic. Guess I'll see you both when I get back.
Neither of them reply. You look from one to the other, then back again. A loud belch escapes your mouth, catching you completely off guard.
Oh, God's sake.
Thanks, John. Why
Misophonia warning, I'm gonna try that.
don't?
No, please don't.
I'm cutting
Please
it.
don't.
I'm cutting it. I don't care. He failed. In canon,
You
he
can
failed.
cut it, it's fine.
In canon, he failed to do it. The gastrointestinal...
In Meat Timeline, this didn't happen. In Candy Timeline, it was incredible.
I approved of it.
In Candy Timeline, love is real. In Meat Timeline, everyone who's happy
Was
dies.
it? Was it? Let's cast our
Hang on a
minds
second.
back.
Did
Unfortunately,
you
no,
say
I
death
don't
to happy
think
people
love
in the
was
Candy
very real
Timeline?
back
Love
then.
was real.
I
That was the
don't
whole
think
point. You
it-
missed the message. You missed the message if you don't think love was real. And, like, that's actually serious. That was the whole actual point of everything that happened, other than whatever the fuck they were actually trying to do with the story. The real
I mean,
message.
Obama was.
Other than the actual point, the point was.
Well, no, other than the plot, like, the actual message behind it was love is real no matter how real. Like, no matter how grand a purpose you try and assign yourself, you're just as real. Like, that was the point. It was awesome, and it was a really good character study. But it was just real
Yes,
dog shit
but-
outside of that.
Fair enough. However,
But everyone who's
when it
ever
comes
was,
to the-
has been
the-
happy is going to die in Meat Time.
when it comes to the exact point that we had right now, no. The gastrointestinal ambush releases an invisible cloud of chewed up protein odor into the public park. Thank you. The gross ball of... Oh, fucking Christ. Gross ball of muscle roils and snarls in your belly like an unruly groundhog. Probably yet reluctant to come out and see its shadow. Ugh. Why are you thinking about this? I've been
please stop.
asking the same question. Maybe
Nah.
stop. Maybe
Bro,
stop voicing these
This
thoughts.
is the start. This is the first fucking page. What the
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
think
people say this one's better.
Hussey really went into this with the idea, I'm going to make Meat Timeline seem on first blush as the absolute least appealing thing possible.
The two timelines were jerking your shit timeline and getting hit in the head with a mallet timeline.
Is Ken which?
Candy's jerking your shit.
If you
Okay,
have to ask.
It's just every so often they decide to use sandpaper as well.
Yeah, no. Sometimes you got like there's consequences for gooning too hard, but like
Candy
love was
Timeline,
real,
the Gooner's
joy
Timeline.
was acceptable, and the clarity that comes afterwards and the disgust you feel at yourself is transient, and you will one day be just as jerking your shit, with a purpose or without it.
Candy Timeline, the Gooner's Timeline.
Gooner. Laguna.
Hug them, dummy. You hesitate a few awkward moments too long. When you go to hug them, they've already turned away, leaving you standing in the middle of the park alone, with your arms half raised, cupping the air. It's so pathetic that the eavesdropping Carapacians finally scurry away, overwhelmed by their second-hand embarrassment. You didn't even know they could get embarrassed. You drop your arms and sigh. Time to get on with it. Before you leave, you fly back home and take one last look around Salamander Village. You breathe in the clean, crisp air, listen to the pipes chime, soak up the unfiltered sunlight. You then head inside for a wipe down, since it feels like you've been making face-down snow angels on the floor of an ill-kept slaughterhouse. You head to the bathroom and wash all the meat off your face. But somehow, you still don't feel that clean. An invisible layer of oil seems to cling to almost every square inch of your body, no matter how hard you scrub. You go to your bedroom, you go to your bedroom desk and dig out some stationery. Right, dear
Is
Roxy.
the captain summoned by the meat root?
Yes, he's just yelling a lot. He's
Throw
just
a
yelling.
meat in the side.
I hope we disappear midway through the note.
You've never written a note so quickly or with such clarity of heart and mind. When you're done, you write 9 more. Your hands leave grease stains on the paper.
Papa
You leave
John's
10
40
envelopes on
pizzas
your
in
bed.
30 days. Result.
John is just permanently greasy from that meat. What the fuck?
This guy's
God
the
damn.
papa.
John Egbert, now replaced by Randy Pitchford. You leave 10 envelopes on your bed, arranged in a tidy circle with the names of your 10 closest friends written on them. Then, with absolutely no fanfare, you leave all of them and this idyllic world you've created behind and zap yourself back into canon. Okay. Before we get to Dave
In the
going...
timeline, straight meeting it.
And by it, I mean...
The future, no matter what it brings.
Damn. Turned a fucking joke into anime protagonist material. Anyway, Arthur. The Thing.
Never mind now.
Alright, yeah,
Try to
so,
explain to the audience what The Thing is.
so you know that book I wrote? I wrote a whole book. I sent it off to some publishers and they were like, it's like hype, but it's also low-key dog shit. Because you did, like, it's not interesting to read until, like, the end of the book. That's not how you make a book. Furthermore, your writing quality drastically changes throughout. Furthermore, you have a tangent of going into... you have a habit of diving into philosophical tangents and world building. And this is sometimes alright, but the vast majority of them serve to only distract from the narrative. And albeit this is characterized in the characters, you are making a poor writing decision to sell a character that we will be able to be characterized properly throughout the story anyway. And I was like, alright, that's all good advice, thank you. And so now I'm rewriting the book. And so this is the short and the long, rewritten with the intent of making it interesting.
Short and the long, version 2.
Yeah.
That we on this channel have seen. There have probably, I assume, been multiple drafts of various different kinds.
No. I actually wrote it like very through. I rewrote like certain chapters, but it was very much a stream of consciousness, which is why it's so vastly differing in quality as it nears the end.
That
like I did a lot of rewriting, but it in general came out as a single thing that was then tweaked. Very few chapters were completely rewritten.
Alright then, fair enough. If it was effectively a first draft, yeah, no, that does make sense why it was rejected. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I know. I mean, this isn't like a job. This is just a hobby. I just sent it off because I was like, I can't.
Hey, fair.
Do that.
Hey, fair. Don't. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, hey, first draft. It's kind of.
No, neither am I exactly. I'm like, no, it was just nice to get some like real advice to be like, a lot of your writers like good.
I'm glad that they gave you like good detailed.
They were just very clear about what was shit. And I was like, good, thanks.
Always good when it's not just no.
It's nice to get objective criticism.
Yeah, they were very, very like effective. They were efficient with their criticism. They weren't kind, but they were efficient. That's what's better than being kind.
Especially in this kind of a circumstance, yes.
Yeah. Right. So without further ado, I guess I'll just read the whole prologue. I've only got a prologue in chapter 1, but the prologue's like 1,500 words, so I think I'll just...
Fair enough.
Fair dues.
Okay, to read it.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm so tired. Time to lock in. Do you want my camera on?
Can
That's
do.
what I want to do.
Can do. We just,
This is meat route Arthur actually. This is Arthur post meat.
Arthur post his meat.
Arthur post meat.
Oh, this looks so bad on camera. I don't know. I know June. That's my Instagram. June, did you see my story like a month ago? Where I was like, I fucked my eyebrow slit again. There's a tattoo of my eyebrow.
I'm gonna be real.
And I
think Instagram keeps hiding your fucking stories from me whenever.
Okay, Arthur,
fine.
I'm going to recommend to you just keep your head at a diagonal so we can't see all of both your eyebrows.
No, I'm gonna it's like real fucked. It's like real fucked. In person,
you can see how your eyebrow is meant to look versus the entire far side of your eyebrow is gone.
It's real bad because there's like a bit. So I did like a slit here, and then was like, all right, this is far too far left now. First I did the slit here, and I was like, it's a bit thin. So I extended it, and I was like, okay, sorry. Far too far right leaning, like right pushed now. So the whole eyebrow slit's fucked. And then I looked and I was like, I've left myself the tiniest little tag of eyebrow there. It looks much better in person because there's real shadows that are picked up that aren't like blended into my skin by a camera's just awful lens. But
yeah.
It's just is real bad. Like I
very
just
much
fucked
on
it. So
camera.
next month will be my
On
month.
camera, unironically, on camera, there is a small part of me that's just like, mate, at this point, just commit to the bit and remove your eyebrows. Go Super Saiyan 3 with it.
Pull the job in.
On camera, it's very much a we gotta go bald situation with the eyebrows.
Yeah, Arthur, since this is meat timeline, why don't you set yourself up so that you're on the other side?
Yeah, fuck it. You're facing away from the
Just
microphone.
flip it.
Great idea, man.
Like sort of mirror yourself, basically.
Just flip your camera.
Fuck it. No, you can face normally. I'm just going to flip your entire setup horizontal in post.
Yeah, alright.
Stay wherever you want. I'm flipping it horizontal just for the fuck of it. And then I'm gonna flip back at some
Meat
point,
timeline alpha. Also, the bags under my eyes are so large, I have to pay for extra luggage. Right.
The book.
Book. Prologue. The short and the long.
Indeed.
Khan floated in the everyday onrush that flowed through the market streets of... Oh, you're going to have to deal with the fact that I don't have a lot of the names finalised. So, for right now, for example, district name and city name are in square brackets for me to fill in later, because I haven't figured out those names. So,
I'm
Khan
thinking for the
floated
things
in...
that are just in square brackets, just go district name.
That is what I have been
Just
doing
make
when
it
I've been
very
reading it to
clear.
people. Khan floated in the everyday onrush that flowed through the market streets of district name. City name was a river of populace, and it was all he could do to roil and roll in the currents. How fun to compare himself to the silt of a river when all he knew of water was pumped and piped from magically maintained reservoirs. He was little of silt beneath water as he did murder. Only one of those things would be enlightened upon today. His feet scraped against the well-worn paths, trawling dust into his sandals alongside the occasional stone that was quickly kicked out with swift, instinctual motion. A recognised face flashed by as he wandered between two larger figures breaking a step. How did he know her? From his work? No, probably some old friend of a friend, biting his cheek to ground himself and slowing his breath as he drew near the vendor that he'd seen that bastard stop at so many times before. Focus, Khan. Stop wandering down distracting paths of thought and focus. You'll have all the time in the world to think after this is done. The soft fabric of his clothes rustled in the breeze as they rubbed against his live form, mingling and melding into a blurring shroud about him to fracture his form and feed him into the yawning mass of people once more. Falling in line with that motar rhythm, the definition of Khan's form painstakingly threshed away with each careful half-step and slip between shoulders. He found the place he'd meant for. Now to lie in wait for however long it took his mark to arrive. I'm going to slightly edit the layout of that, but that's fine. I'll do that. Alright, there we go. Now to lie in wait for however long it took his mark to arrive. His mark? What a joke. He'd laugh if he weren't too nervous to breathe. Instinctually, he thumbed for the ring round his middle finger. Calming gesture that had too long since become habitual, finding any flesh he sucked at his teeth. Of course he wasn't stupid enough to wear something shiny at a time like this. Thumb with the dagger if you... Thumb with the dagger if you have to. Actually, don't draw attention to. His eyes flitted between the many vendors, each peddling their livelihoods to the next would-be buyer with no time for a formless, presumably penniless, shadow cropped against the alley wall. Good. That was good. The blinding midday light refracted through the overhead wards of the city perimeter, glancing off the finer edges of the runic binding's crystalline structure. Probably unnoticeable to the untrained eye, but Khan always loved the way the light flowed and splayed into that slight splash of colour on the sky, like a fleck of paint misplaced upon a canvas in a humanising error. The day was dry as most others, the air thick and thrice breathed beneath his cowl tasted foul, but wetted his lips at least. And the edges of his fingernails and the ridges of his palms cracked with the dry dust that milled just below eye level, kicked up constantly by the foot traffic of the market streets. Eyes flitting again, Khan caught sight of the patrolling wardens, distressingly close before he noticed them. Hopefully they would pass soon. He looked down to his own hands once again on the edge of shuddering with fraught tension, clasped together within his sleeves and beginning to slicken with dread. The clink of their boots and armour pierced the common dissonance in a way it never before. He always felt the wardens to be a calming presence, peacekeepers. I suppose the fact that he was about to break that peace was the reason they set Khan's nerves on edge. Hardly more armed than he, bearing a short sword each, but they certainly had the training to use it, and the strength to wrestle him to the ground even without it. Strict focus. Keep an eye out for evil guy name, not for the wardens. He dies whether they're near or far. The smell of the nearby food court just around the corner plucked at the reaches of his mind, strumming against the idle thoughts that spasmed outwards from his impatient temperament. He tried eating before he left, taking well over half the morning to pick away at a bowl of cold dry meat, threw it up immediately before leaving and given up from there. Now the spices wafting through the air left him salivating, clutching at his stomach as though it threatened to desert him. His stomach growled and gave him a wade. Well, he had no idea what he'd do, but it'd fuck him right off, that's for sure. Everything seemed to plague him for the little time before evil guy name arrived. And a habitual failed thumbing for the ring he noses on his desk at home, right where he left it atop the letter to his family when they inevitably find it after hearing of this. He twists his fingertip in a across the hilt of the dagger pressed against his ribs, reading the contours of the etched metal wrapped in long, frayed leather strips beneath his fingertips, a rough etching of history and memory that was likely forgotten by all and certain to never be known by him, brushing against his skin with an intermittent, melancholic prickle. He could almost be pleased with his work, having runes into the blade of this dagger using a fine-point discovery over the past few weeks, ensuring that no matter what happened out there, when he stuck that damn beast, he would bleed till he was dead. Such a fine, intricate patterning would have taken far longer for anyone who wasn't driven like him. Driven half mad, more like. Oh well. No chance of survival without knowing exactly what he'd do. No chance of survival without knowing exactly what to do, and precious little time to work it out before the bastard met his just desserts. The angering Khan quickly spiked as he remembered the truth of it all once more. It was like justice for a bastard like him. Ah, fuck! Khan unclenched his fist from the dagger and sucked at the slit he just pressed into the tip of his thumb. A thin, warm trickle of blood flowed from it and dribbled down his sleeve. He really thought to test it. It was assuring in a macabre sense. The pain focused him once more, steadying his breathing from a cantankerous rattle to the solidity of resolute will. He cast his eyes out once again. I need a... Full stop now. There he was, striding down the street, penned by his chaperone who parted the stream of commoners out from his noble path. Khan drew a steady, hateful breath inward and felt the damp of his own breathing wet the rim of his cloak and matted to his face. The evil guy name, walking down the street with a small confidence and calm he always had. No idea what he was owed was so close. A few moments more and Khan watched him bend down over the stall as he always did, inspecting the fingertip-sized fragments of the various gems strewn over the tabletop, appraising for any with potential. His breath felt heavier than ever, his vision blurred and darkened at the edges. All he could hear was the thumping of his heart like a stampede of beasts bearing down. This was it, the culmination of all his vengeance to be wrought on her torturer. Palming the hilt of his dagger and adopting a haggard beggar's posture, he stepped out of the alley, unnoticed by any, especially evil guy name, never one to give a damn beyond his own concerns. An empty hollow glee tugged a smile at him. An empty hollow glee tugged a smile onto Khan's face as he realised this would work. Again he spotted the wardens barely a few strides away from turning the corner. Another stroke of luck, close enough that the chaperone would be relaxing their vigilance. Another step closer, and the sun cast its harsh judgment down across him. Khan lowered his gaze and banished a smile, grasping at the dagger beneath his cloak. Barely 2 strides away now. Khan felt the dust mix with the sweat and blood trickling between his fingers, forming a matting paste that flowed up between the furrows of his clenched fingers and caked between the strips of leather on the hilt, further marring that untold history. Last step, and with it Khan cast about his cloak and plunged the dagger deep into the side of evil guy name. It flowed with a horrid ease past the flesh beneath his ribcage, parting skin, sinew, and muscle with a putrid torrent of life, dyeing a crude and ruddy crimson flower across his tan cloak. An empty gasp escaped evil guy name's lips, and red spittle flecked out of his out his gaping mouth as he folded inward against the dagger and fell to the ground. Screams rang out in a muffled parody of fear and panic, like underwater echoes far from Khan's drowning mind. Arms clasped around him, pulling him back and down as the frantic clouds of dust crusted against the blood covering him. Someone kicked the dagger from his hand, and his arms were pinned against his back. In seconds, the dagger already lost beneath the trampling of feet from those who fled, likely procured by some opportunistic souvenirist. The rest faded into a dull buzz as Khan felt his grasp on the situation fade suddenly. He'd done it. He'd killed them. That's my prologue.
Very nice. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Once again.
Indeed. You, the audience, can look forward to more short and long snippets, perhaps.
Yeah, I have like the whole first chapter done. I'll be doing the second chapter at some point, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday or something like that. I know exactly what I'm doing for the first few chapters. I've got the story structure is being rewritten as well, and the main concept of the story is similar, although very distinctly different. Instead of Khan and Angra being two different people, I'm having the story kind of, instead of being about meeting a hero and like the idea of like a heroic tale always comes with a darker side that is often ignored. It's now about so I'm having through events that will become clear as the book evolves, Khan and Angra will end up inhabiting the same body, and their memories will be kind of at equal, for lack of a better term, precipice in the shared mind. They will be as prioritized as each other. And so this person who, like, Angra died a long time ago in that spot and is going to wake up where Angra died a long time ago in that spot and is going to wake up where Khan is, thinking he's just in a alive now. He just passed out or something like that. But also Khan is also in there thinking, oh, I was just injured and now I'm all right. There's a lot more to it, but I don't think we have the time for me to go through it all. But basically, it's this idea of coming to terms with being not quite either of the people you once were, and instead some kind of chimeric identity. And I thought that would be a very fun thing to explore through kind of dream sequences and memories and conflicting answers. And I'm going to have like lines that are kind of italic, set against each other, one atop the other, for like conflicting or not conflicting, like the same ideas and thoughts that these two identities have within this one mind, imprinted at the center. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, I think. But yeah, that's my prologue, with an emphasis on attempting to make it engaging and interesting. And yeah, I think I did all right.
Yeah. Good shit.
I do need to come up with those names.
Yeah, you do need to fill
The dreaded evil
blanks.
guy name.
Yeah, I don't think I'm imagining now published book. Yes, this is the death of evil guy name.
Yeah, I do need to do that. It'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still work in progress. It's, there's bits that need filling in, but
Yeah.
not like you're on a major time crunch to fill the bits.
No, I've got other things to prioritise, but yeah, book.
Yes,
Had a bit of fun with it.
indeed.
So, some shit like this. Some just evil guy name.
Evil guy name.
Oh.
Why not? I mean, there's probably a good few reasons why not, but
Yeah, probably not that. That's just a shitpost.
But funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Arthur, would you like to take Carcat on this page? I shall do Dave.
Sure.
And June, you are on narration.
Yar.
Bro.
In the heart of the Troll Kingdom's capital city, Dave and Carcat are sitting on their couch with a foot and a half of space between them. It's a picturesque day outside, but Carcat has the curtains drawn shut all the way. This is part of their compromised living situation. Dave puts up with the trollish non-Euclidean architecture and bizarre social mores, and Carcat has adjusted his diurnal schedule to, in theory, see the sun.
Bro, you have got to check this out.
Carcat is leaning forward, munching on chocolate-coated beetles and totally absorbed in what he's watching. The glow from the television highlights the dark bags under his eyes. Dave reaches out and very gently pokes Carcat in the cheek. Carcat flinches out of his full-body slouch.
Not now, Dave. Jake's ass is on TV again.
Stop ogling Jake's ass. This is important.
Who are you to tell me whose ass I should stop oogling? Look, it's absolutely hypnotic. I mean, not in a sexual way per se.
Of course.
Dave casts a weary look towards the TV, where Jake English is shamelessly exhibiting what is definitely his best feature in front of a live studio audience. Yeah, definitely gay-based, trust.
Mm-hmm.
Straight
This is
people.
This is a regular highlight of his and Dirk's hit television show, Rumble in the Pumpkin Patch, a schizophrenic cross-section of rap battle and robot wrestling that Rose once described as an exploitative, almost Dada-esque clusterfuck of circumlocutory pretension and sweaty homoerotic estriction. Jake came up with the title for the show, and Dirk absolutely loathed it. However, before Dirk could insist on an alternative, Jake had already posted an online poll pitting his idea against whatever Dirk's lame idea is. Needless to say, the second option was much less popular. Carcat gestures at the televised spectacle a bit helplessly.
Honestly, kind of a clever move from Jake.
Actually
Yeah,
outplayed.
Jake just really went, no, it's gonna be Rumble in the Pumpkin
He
Patch.
kind
Fuck
of
you."
outplayed Dirk on that one.
Get outplayed, Dirk. It's going to be called the funny thing.
Haha! Too bad.
That has
Too bad,
nothing
Dirk.
to do
I've
with
drawn
what-
myself
what
as the
is
Chad
happening.
and you as the Wojak.
You are the soy jack, Dirk.
I'm the spawn of your cube. Alright,
It's all the way. It's all in the way it's being programmed by the station. It took me a while to notice because, I mean, it's not like I make it a point of staying glued to this phony televised human gladiator garbage. It's soft as fuck. I mean, they barely even try and make it seem real. Dave, I consider myself a cosmopolitan individual, a man of learning, but as a native Alternian, I'm actually fucking offended by this insulting display of namby-pamby pageantry. Anyway, the more I watch, I can't help but notice the camera's lecherous fixation on this boy's voluptuous posterior. I mean, I can't say I blame them, I guess, but at least it shows they know exactly what's paying the fucking bills, because it sure as hell isn't the quality of the slam poetry.
Just say he has a fat ass and move on.
No, I quite
was a-
like how,
That
verbose
was a
this
lot
guy
of
is.
words. That was a lot of
No,
words to
I'm
describe how
kidding.
fat Jake's ass is. But also, who
No, I was also talking about the the inevitable nature of capitalism to commodify anything, even the beauty of a fat ass. I mean,
That truly is terrible. Do not get me wrong. That is horrifying fate to have your brilliant fat ass
communism is when
commodified by-
no fat asses.
No. Communism is not when no fat asses. It's
Communism,
when
no asses are safe.
exploited fat asses. The fat asses are still there, but they're
Communism is when no iPhone. Capitalism is when iPhone.
Anyway, who gives a shit about all that? Anyway, well, it pleases me to hear you're taking note of the economics of this broadcast, since it is egregious to the topic at hand. But more on that later.
Apropos to fucking what? I don't have time to scope the latest meme, Dave. You are coming perilously close to cutting into my important leisure time as it is.
Leisure time. This is all you ever do all day. Also, it's not a meme. It's much more important.
Oh, excuse me, hotshot, but what could possibly be more important than the latest meme? That was a joke, FYI. Now leave.
Jane's running for president.
What the fuck?
Oh, I get it. It's like the inverse.
We're going to get to meet the root. Wait, hold on. Are we not going to get to see what John's doing? This is just the root, no
don't
John.
Johnson's gone.
No John.
It would be funny, but we're gonna see what he does.
So beautifully stupid of just, turns
That's
out
so
actually...
mugged.
No, we don't get
Root
to see
when
what's
John,
happening
root
at
when
all.
no. Communism is when John. No, capitalism is when John. Communism is when no John.
Communism is
Thank
meat.
you, Rose.
Meat is communism. Capitalism is when candy. Communism is when meat.
Oh.
Anyway. Jim. Narration at door.
Dave scoots a foot and a half closer so they can both read the news on his phone. Cockhead tips his head to the side to get a better view until it bumps against Dave's shoulder.
Adorable. Got the announcement right here.
You mean the president of Earth?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would she want to do that?
I don't know, Crocker's just an ambitious woman, I guess.
Sounds fucking awful.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Also, like, don't tell her I said this, but I think she's basically a fascist.
Why would I tell her you said that? When was the last... When the fuck was the last time either of us had fuck all to do with Jane?
No, I know. Just, like, your figure of speech, I guess. Oh, also, she's a fucking xenophobe.
Of course she's a xenophobe!
Cockhead, without drastically altering his position on the couch, turns his head so he can look Dave straight in the sunglasses.
Steve, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of humans are.
Yeah, I've noticed.
So what the fuck does she mean she's running? What a complete load of shit. She's a god! Which one of the toadying idiots on this planet would dare to run against her? She's gonna win in a landslide, assuming she doesn't just waltz into office uncontested.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Which is why we have to stop her.
Huh? Aw, Dave, what exactly are you saying? Are you telling me you're going to run against Jean?
Cockhead's laughter is uproarious, incredulous. No and?
Praise. Cockhead's laughter is uproarious, incredulous.
Yeah.
He reaches for another beetle as he guffaws. His guffaws subside. And he eats it in a manner he hopes will convey his casual contempt for Dave's insinuation.
Are you out of your fucking mind? And do you have any idea how rich she is?
Dude, we're all rich. We, like, invented the fucking economy.
Well, yeah, but not like Crocker rich.
Anyway, no. I'm not running. You are.
Cockhead stops chewing his beetle and does a literal spit take right into Dave's face.
First spit take on the channel, and it's Carcats.
Really?
It's actually in-universe Carcat. Fuck!
Okay, for God's sake, now is not the time to spit on me. I know I asked for it a lot, but not right now.
No, actually, I don't. We know you're the bottom.
Hey, Dubs can be freaky too.
No, this is meat timeline. Cockhead's the
Oh,
top
meat
of the timeline.
Ah,
Evil reverse universe. Dave's the bottom
Oh.
now.
John was the only thing ruining their relationship. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's perfect. You're the ideal opponent to take her down, and to be honest, just what this planet needs.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
We established this how many years ago? I'm not a leader. I was never meant to be one. I mean, Jean probably is, although to be fair, I'm playing with you. She's a complete asshole. And not just... I'm just not the one to run an effective opposition. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Obviously, you wouldn't do it on your own. I'd help. I'd be like your campaign manager, chief strategy guy, or whatever. Also, you're wrong. You were meant to be a leader, and you'd be a good one. Just not the kind of leader you always thought you'd be. Not a bellicose, conquering dickhead who commands fear and respect. This is a guy who's cool and nice and actually cares about stuff, and everybody loves him for that reason.
People don't love me.
You're breaking my heart, dude. BRB, gonna hit the toilet for a quick power sob.
Shut the fuck up.
Still amazes me how little awareness you genuinely seem to have of how insanely popular you are on this planet. It's fucking adorable.
You're wrong. All I see is Jake on TV and Jane in the news and stories about her stupid business and Dirk doing whatever. shit he's doing with his celebrity presence. Well, I see your mug a lot too, Mr. fucking political puppet master. You'd get more votes than me and you know it! Probably just a coward.
You only see famous humans on TV because you just avoid all the Troll Kingdom channels deliberately. You hate it whenever you see yourself on TV. Don't pretend I don't notice you change the channel as fast as possible whenever you see yourself.
Yeah, well, maybe I...
You just leave me for Carcat hesitates, then slouches back into the couch cushions, restoring the customary foot and half of space he and Dave usually keep between them except when watching horror movies, eating chips, or talking about the top 600 stupid things Carcat saw earlier that day because he made his intrepid annual decision to go outside.
Damn.
Bro does not go out. He's
Oh.
stinky.
Well, maybe I don't actually like being famous, and maybe that's a good reason as any not to run for the fucking presidency of Earth. Not to mention the idea of an election is just kind of fucked up and weird to me culturally anyway. I mean, I'm still kind of getting used to the idea that people could just choose their fucking leaders and not have the same old merciless bitch in power for several million years.
Well, what better way to acquaint yourself with democracy than to take a crack at high office yourself? Dude, seriously, you would absolutely killed it with the Troll Kingdom voting block. The entire kingdom would vote for you. They go ballistic if they heard a troll actually had the guts to run against Jane, let alone one of their heroes. Frankly, just between you and me, Jane is, how do I put this?
What?
Okay, I'll just be the one to come out and say it. She's gonna be a fucking disaster for the economy. Yes, I have to admit, part of this, for me personally, it's
What are you saying, Dave?
about Obama.
God's sake.
Obama is always relevant.
Oh no.
It's about
So
Obama,
this is why the meat timeline's better, because Obama shows up much sooner.
Do we get immediate Obama on page 2, not 2 pages from the end of the actual story?
Anything for you, Mr. Obama.
I need you to drone strike something.
Anyway, we got...
Really? Take your pick.
Very slowly, Carcat raises his right palm and forcefully unites it with his own face.
I mean, he barely even got a chance to prove himself. He was sworn into office and it was cool and everything was gonna be great, but then everyone died a few months later because of meteors. Dude was just getting warmed up. So sad. Wonder if he could have fixed the economy. I bet he would have fixed the economy.
I don't think he did that.
Those who
As
know.
as far as I remember, sorry, Dave. Sorry, big guy. It didn't happen.
This is a real he doesn't know moment.
Does he know?
$1 million to Israel.
Anyway.
Dave, as much as I enjoy listening to you ramble through yet another chapter of your freestyle Obama fanfiction, don't you already have a basis for knowing how his presidency would have gone?
But it's Dave and Obama's in the back.
I mean, wasn't he the president in the timeline Jane grew up in too?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course I know that. I just don't like to think much about that timeline. Doesn't really feel like it's canon.
Didn't some clowns take over the world or something?
I don't want to.
Yeah, those are called America.
Yeah. It's called the Republican Party. Anyway.
Got him.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. The point is, in the world that mattered more, I mean, like, the one I belong to, that I used to imagine being had a real
Okay.
future.
I'm the original, so I'm better.
I'm the original Texan. You know, I don't give a shit about the stupid future fake water Texas. I don't give a fuck.
These
Anyway.
alpha kids are pissing me off. I'm the original Texan.
Look, the one I belong to, I used to imagine had a real future that didn't involve meteors or a fish dictator or the American political landscape turning into a nightmarish daily joke. I still wonder what could have been if the old man could have saved us all. I mean, instead he died probably, or maybe not. Maybe there was like an escape hatch in the White House that led to his own secret presidential sessionist spurb. Or is he just chilling there now? Does he know?
Imagine reading this first.
Just like you read Meat first. Yeah, sure. Secret presidential sessionist spurb. Yeah, right, Dave. Get real. Cut to the end of candy. Mr. Obama!
Oh.
Anyway.
My fellow Americans.
Dave, I think we've covered your Obama's...
No, what?
Wait,
no,
what is that
That's the wrong
voice?
voice.
That's
Dave,
not-
I think we've covered your Obama's secret session of spurb theory well enough already.
That voice, that was like what if we did the fucking fusion dance, but we fucked it up and turned it into like fat Gotex.
So
Oh.
guys,
Ay.
Hooray.
Does he know? Look, I know. I'm just saying, is all. Okay, you got something to say about that?
It's a beautiful dream. I fucking get it.
But yeah, it's more likely he just died. But maybe it doesn't have to be in vain. What if he died for our sins or something?
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fucking meaningless.
Yeah, but I mean, what if like he could be reborn?
Yeah, we've been over your Obama got to your headcanons too.
No, like reborn as you, metaphorically. Be the great president he never got the chance to be.
Marquette is the second coming of Obama.
Technically, isn't Karkat came before Obama?
Karkat's
So what if
Karkat's
he
the second
really
coming of
is
Troll
Obama?
Jesus. He's 2 second comings at once.
Yeah, I don't think Dave knows
Damn.
about that.
Second
That's a
coming
lot of coming.
squared. Second coming squared out here.
Oh,
Well.
me when coming.
Coming.
Coming!
Look, you could be the great president he never got the chance to be. You could give the people hope and shit. You could inspire trolls everywhere, or really all non-human kingdoms. Show them anybody could be a president, not just an endless parade of rich humans who think they all know what's best for everybody.
Dave, I'm pretty sure anyone could be the president. It always seemed to me that humans just seem to be more naturally ambitious. That's where the power structures took the shape they did in the last few millennia. I don't claim to be an expert on xenopsychology, but for some reason I struggle to imagine a fucking salamander getting the gumption to throw his crumpled hat into the ring for the presidency of Earth. The Carpicians, for that matter. These are not ambitious creatures we're talking about here, Dave. They're a huge flock of wildebeests, Dave.
Crockett, don't stereotype. Remember the mayor? Remember how at one point, a long time ago, raised an army and rebelled against an evil king?
Oh yeah. Somehow I always figured he did that. Kind of mind-boggling, really. Oh, holy shit, I missed the mayor.
Me too.
Dave and Karkat both observe a moment of silence, a delicate and trembling pause of utmost respect to perhaps the greatest and purest being who had ever come forth from Paradox space. Dave pats Karkat's knee comfortingly, and Karkat lets out a quivering breath of sorrow, of remembrance. In this reverent silence, Dave says,
I think he would be totally in favor of my idea, by the way. He loved democracy.
No shit, he was our fucking mayor!
Yeah, I mean, forget all the lizards and chess guys for a second. Just imagine the good you could do for the Troll Kingdom. You'd do a much better job of speaking to the injustices trolls face than Jane would.
Well, what injustices? I don't go outside, so I don't actually know what happens.
Well, I do, and dude, fucking please. Where do you even begin? I know Earthsea has generally been a pretty chill place to live, but there's been some shit going on that is legit creepy. All this population regulation bullshit that's been going on since we basically set up civilization and pieced out to the future. When you think it's a long-term when you think about its long-term consequences, it's been fucking weird. Like the government being responsible for troll reproduction through cloning, a government that just happens to be predominantly human most of the time. Like, it makes sense on paper at first. No mother grub, gotta keep the race going and expand the population for a good while and get the numbers up. Until Kanaya gets here and hatches the grub, and then I guess the system of natural reproduction can take over in theory, but after so many centuries of that shit, doesn't the weird political imbalance, like, get entrenched?
There's a measure of real concern and passion working its way into Dave's voice. Karkat, despite his typical front of loud indignation, hangs on every word.
Once Rose and Kanaya crank out a few more broods in the caverns, I guess we're supposed to think it's all fixed, right? Back to trolls as usual or something. But do you really think the human kingdom is just gonna just sit back and let the troll race proliferate wildly all over Earth? Turn it into another Alternian empire? Folks know the history. They know about the Condas and all the violence and the emo spectrum and shit. They're scared to death of the possibility that trolls could run wild all over the planet.
I mean, Dave, I know all this. In fact, you know all this because you've heard me say to Kanaya 1,000 times. Actually, in an effort to not go fucking insane, I try not to think about it anymore.
Maybe
That's right, I'm a liberal who buries my head in the sand in this timeline.
Alright, you fucking ostrich, get up. Anyway.
I got 2 inches on my dick, that's what the meat in meat is. They added 2 inches to my preeners.
Impressive for most liberals. Well, maybe it's time to start thinking about it again. Bro, did you know sitting on the sidelines in the face of oppression is tantamount to siding with the oppressors?
No, stop being based.
Do you think a Crocker administration is really going to go through with plans to deregulate troll breeding? That's exactly what our base wants. I can already see the dog whistles in the press release. She ain't gonna do shit. Really, man? If nothing else, and I truly mean nothing. Please, for the love of Christ, think of the economy. Good shit. He's ascended to a new dimension.
The outburst is all Karkat can do to release whatever tension Dave's impassioned appeal was causing to be inside of him. Motherfucker literally just told him to think of the economy. That's a stupid shit I would say.
Okay. Pete, okay. So far, my thoughts on meat timeline. Page 1 didn't need to be most of that. Most of that could have been like trimmed down. Page 2, absolute cinema. I'm in.
Because you know what? I think we just don't like John. Like, not gonna lie. And I don't disagree.
With the first page was.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I'm not.
Was.
No, it was. Don't lie.
Well, for you it was, I guess. That's a you
Don't lie.
problem.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying.
Don't lie to the audience.
I couldn't lie to the audience any less.
I like big butts and I couldn't lie to the audience.
Now the audience knows it.
I couldn't be telling the audience any more of the truth if I tried.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, and the problem with page 1 was all of the talk of the visceral eating of the meat.
But that's actually the good part.
Well, I don't know what substances you're on, but I don't want them. Look, Jane has this reputation of being awesome at business, but in my opinion, she just sucks. She doesn't seem to be even remotely aware of how much she's leveraged her status as a god to become the big shot trillionaire. I think she thinks it's all pure business acumen, but I think she doesn't really know what she's doing. Fuckers left and right just be tripping all day long to give her money hand over fist. Of course she's gonna milk her biz cred for all it's worth in his election. He's probably, you know, a much better politician than a businesswoman, actually. She's probably a much better politician than a businesswoman, actually. She's like, sinister as fuck. I mean, she acts it well, don't get me wrong. But also, she isn't too hot on the eyes, which won't hurt her chances one bit. But she's going to be brutal on the pocketbooks, just you wait.
Okay.
I'll read the actual line.
Wait.
I don't fucking believe this.
She doesn't know the nuances of sound, comprehensive fiscal policy like I do. My skills are fucking legendary. I manipulated the stock market to assume control of the literal majority of all currency on the planet once. Granted, the economy was run by, lobotomized reptiles, but still. Wait, that was species, sorry. The point stands. The point stands, though. I know what I'm doing. What do you think is gonna happen when Jane takes over and the economy crashes?
I don't know.
It's gonna be fucking pandemonium.
Will it actually be though? What?
Well, I don't know. Okay, if shit goes sideways, I guess we aren't gonna see like raggedy turtles or pauper chessmen standing in breadlines or anything. It's just the nature of alchemy-based post-scarcity economies. The depressions tend to be pretty mild. But it'll still be bad. A healthy economy is fucking important. If for no other reason than it protects a societal context for what it means to be fucking rich like us.
Okay, sure. Just a thought. Let's come up with a different campaign slogan than that, okay?
Yeah, but the point is just, I guess, she sucks and shouldn't be present. The end. You don't even have to think about economic shit. I can do that for you. I'll be like a treasury secretary or something. Just, please tell me you'll do this. Do it for the trolls. Do it for the economy. Do it for the mayor. But most of all, it's gone too far.
Dave wipes an invisible tear from beneath the rim of his sunglasses.
Do it for Obama.
Oh my god, he's so obsessed.
God
with Obama.
damn it, Dave. I don't really give a fuck about... I don't really give a fuck about politics or being a leader anymore. I think you know that. I don't care about the economy, and while I'm sure this Obama fellow was a hell of a guy, I couldn't give a less of a fuck about him either, but I do care about you. So I'll do it. Why not?
Dave smiles.
You're not allowed to say that. He's not smiling, I guess. Fuck it. Fuck you. He doesn't smile.
Dave
He's still
Dave maintains his deadpan expression, even in the
He
face of
maintains a
sarcasm.
deadpan expression, unannounced of any change in that, I guess. Fuck you.
Dave Pan.
Nice. Oh yeah. You won't regret this. This is gonna be dope. I think we have a great shot, too, with my political savvy and economic genius and outrageous flair for subvertive, anti-establishment messaging and propaganda, and your big loud fucking mouth.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess also your charisma and likability and shit.
Am I charisma build? I mean, yeah, you might be right.
Well, you're certainly not fucking
I'm
straight.
pretty sure I can fake those things well enough.
No, also, you're
I think I
weirdly
might be an
sincere
int
human.
build. Int, wisdom, charisma, question mark.
Yeah,
This
your
guy
charisma
ain't surviving the
is
first
shit.
combat.
Yeah.
I might have
I know-
con, because I've been hit over the head a few times and been
Yeah,
alright.
you have been hit a few times. You got alright, Con. You dumped strength, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I don't know how you managed to get like a fucking 6 in that. You rolled bad.
Okay, you know, sometimes it's about sending a message to someone about getting that changed and them not reading it, actually.
And sometimes
And
it's
sometimes it's about the money.
Hmm. Anyway,
It's
yeah.
an economy thing.
Yeah. It's also, your weirdly sincere humility.
I prefer the term self-loathing, actually.
Okay, let's try to avoid that phrase on the campaign trail too.
There's a gap of silence in the conversation.
Yeah, we skip
Blind.
one line from June, we skip a line from Arthur. It's fair. It's fair. We move.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
We move.
I mean, it works because there's a gap of silence.
Yeah. There's a gap of silence in the conversation, long enough for the audio from the television to become noticeable. Jake is rambling out a truly dire piece of slam poetry that involves, with zero hint of irony, the terms Batty Fang and Mad as Hops. The neon lights blaring from the screen cast long waves of colour along the black walls of the hive and bounce off the glass of the framed print of Dave's least psychologically revealing Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff strip. Cockhead sighs and rubs the space between his horns.
Wonder which strip that was. Because we read most of them. I wonder which strip actually was the least psychologically revealing.
Put your opinions down in the comment.
Yeah, put down in the comments which Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff strip you think is the least and the most psychologically revealing about Dave Strider.
Good question, actually.
I think the Charlie Brown one where he gets destroyed by a helicopter.
I wonder where the original stairs strip ranks in that scale.
That'd be a great video. That'd be a great YouTube video for Rose to make.
Yeah, there is one video on the channel, and it is a deep 3-hour-long psychoanalysis of every single Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff strip as it relates to Dave's mental state. Anyway, we got a line from Carcat.
Can I just read a bunch of bullshit you wrote for me off a teleprompter?
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be plenty of that.
Dave grabs his tablet off the shelf. He pivots back around and points the pen straight at Carcat. The arc of his arm motion is polished and decisive, even though it's been a long time since he's properly used a sword.
But you also need to be natural and speak from the heart and shit. Just like, talk to your people about stuff they care about.
My people. You mean trolls?
Yeah, I guess that sounded bad, sorry. But yeah, exactly, trolls. That's gonna be your base, so you gotta rile them up. Inspire them. I don't think you need any fancy speeches to do that. You'll be a natural.
Okay. If you say so. So, what do we actually do? I mean, next.
There we go.
Dave plops down on the floor and gestures for Carpet to join him on the cold stone. He swipes the tablet on and taps the screen with a pen. Carcat lies down on his stomach and props his chin on his palm so he can watch Dave scribble political ambitions directly into the shittiest paint program ISOAS.
Kicking his legs as he goes.
Of course. Ah, genius. Why didn't I
Time to
think
talk some strategy. We need to rally as much high-profile support to our cause as we can. With some lines of loyalty to figure out.
What?
I mean, which of our friends are gonna side with us and which ones will side with Jane? Pretty much all of us are famous and popular all over Earth to some degree. So, some of us more so with certain kingdoms than others, so some key endorsements going either way could spring the whole election.
Oh, great. So it just comes down to how many famous humans like me better than Jane. We are fucked.
Well, not so fast. Let's think it through. You'll have overwhelming support in the Troll Kingdom, and so does Kanaya. She's pretty much a lock to be on your side. Dirk, unfortunately, is just as much a lock for Jane, I'm gonna guess. But after that, it's kind of a free-for-all. Roxy and Calliope will probably be neutral. They have a lot of pull with the Carapacians, though, so that could be a nice score to sway them. Rose will probably claim neutrality at first, but I'm betting she can be cajoled by her wife to our side. Once we get Rose converting, Roxy probably won't be too hard. As for Jade...
Yeah. Oh, sorry, wait, where am I?
I still got a lot. You were ...
Yeah.
They stare at each other. Coquette sighs, and Dave wraps his pen against the tablet screen in a slow, uneven staccato.
I think it's fair to say she's gonna be on our side.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too.
Hey!
What?
I don't know what the fuck
That's
I
me,
was
motherfucker!
doing.
It's bright red!
Hey, yo, what the?
It's bright red! What do you mean?
Gamers, I'm a little tired.
I'm a little squeeze, I'm a little
Wait,
sleepy,
I'm a little tired. I'm a
dumb.
little sleepy.
I'm a little sleepy, I'm a little tired.
I want to have a nap.
And then Beerus slept for 300 years. Maybe a little too much so.
No, this should just enlighten
Yeah.
comfy.
I mean, I wasn't gonna be the one to say it, but yeah. I know what you mean.
Of course, we want her help, and her endorsement will go a long way, but I think we gotta sort out like a hierarchical approach to campaign strategy. Keep it organized and disciplined with roles well defined. Not let things get too murky with personal shit.
I think we're on the same page here, Dave.
Okay, cool. Anyway, let's come back to the Jade issue later. Let's see who else.
Egbert?
Right. Josh should be easy to convince, but I'm not sure how much of a factor he'll be in the campaign. I have no idea how long he'll be away on this mission Rose mentioned.
What? What mission?
Don't know, she's been hella cagey about it. Swore me to secrecy until the right time, whenever that is. Anyway, his endorsement would go a long way in swinging the consort kingdom.
That would be huge! Aren't there like 100 billion of those fuckers? Securing that voting block, we should be able to win the whole thing for us.
Well, no, the population isn't that big, but yes, it's by far the most populous kingdom. Putting them our way should help a lot, but it won't be enough to decide the whole thing. Consorts overwhelm the other kingdoms in sheer numbers, but due to unscrupulous gerrymandering, all kinds of fucked up voter suppression policies, and some electoral counterbalancing measures to account for their ridiculous population growth rate, their voting power per capita is kind of pathetic. Also, it's hard to drive turnout. This may come as a shock, but legions of easily distracted, low-information amphibians, primarily concerned with eating bugs and farming goddamn mushrooms, aren't the most politically motivated demographic. So to get them out to the polls, we will need to get them really excited.
Okay. I guess I'll have to trust your expertise on that, since I don't know the first fucking thing about how to inspire an unintelligent lizard.
Well, yeah, I don't either. But that brings us to Jake.
Jake's butt flexes on the television as if in response. Carcat cannot avoid watching it from the corner of his eye.
I know when I'm being talked about, even if it's in the future.
There you go. That's what I've been working on the whole time.
Okay, that's going on the thumbnail. That has I can't not put that on. I'm legally obligated to put that on the thumbnail.
I'm sorry, why does he have a third leg?
What do you mean?
Like two butt cheeks on one.
Where is he?
Yeah, right, yeah, the perspective on that is fucked.
Yeah.
Bit of an MC Escher car cat.
Oh,
I was just literally just copying the fucking Korean reaction image. I was like, a car cat.
yeah, that's. Oh, that is beautiful though. That is a work of art. I have to put it on the thumbnail. I'm legally obligated. Remember Carcat's line at the top of the paragraph?
Oh, fuck!
No, this is important. Jake is a huge wildcard here. I'm sure his endorsement would be completely up for grabs. He could go anyway, including just getting turned off by the whole thing and staying apolitical. So we have to be careful about how we approach him. Jake is the only one of us who's wildly popular in all four kingdoms.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, so an endorsement from him would be huge. Seriously, just running one ad of him doing his double pistol winking bullshit with a thing under it saying vote Carcat might be enough to win the whole election. Just have to get that fickle bastard to agree to... which could be tricky. And honestly, I'd be shocked if Jane hasn't already started courting his vote. No way she doesn't understand the political stakes.
So it all comes down to the Jake stakes then.
Pretty much. The Jake Stakes 2.0.
What? There's a 1.0? When did that happen?
That's like a whole story.
It's gonna be another anecdote about the Jake Squad that I won't care about and don't want to fucking hear.
That sounds like the exact kind of opinion you'd have about it, so yeah.
Oh, then I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Okay. Shit, hold up.
What?
Dave fishes his phone out from his lap.
Dirk's calling me.
What the fuck does he want?
I don't know, he just calls me out of the blue from time to time to talk shit. Usually about nothing whatsoever. He'll probably joke about how he needs me to cut off his head.
Huh?
It's a running gag. He's been running into the ground for years. Motherfucker is dedicated to his memes, I'll give him that.
You said he's going to be a Crocker loyalist, right?
No, absolutely, no doubt about it.
I don't think he's trying to do some reconnaissance work here, like intel gathering?
He doesn't even know you're entering the race yet. No one does.
Okay, good. I guess you better answer then.
Okay, well, I missed a call while we were bullshitting about it, but yeah, I'll just call him back now.
Dave hits the callback button. On the television, Dirk's phone begins ringing.
Oh, this is live. Okay, no mind.
Yeah, Mason, do you want to take over Dave temporarily? I'll take over
Yeah.
Dirk.
Okay. I would like to practice Dirk at some point, but yeah.
Oh, you can take Dirk if you want.
Well, no, I mean like off camera, so I can actually do the
so
voice.
you actually have the ability to take it. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Sup?
Hey, dude.
Dave hears the reply through his phone and then a moment later through the TV. Due to the broadcast delay, the whole show stops so that Dirk can take this call. The camera zooms in on where he's casually laying on the mat, bruised and a little bit bloody. In the background, Jake strikes an attractive, cocked hip pose. He's spinning a revolver around on one finger, affecting an aura of attractive indifference. But the look he's shooting his sparring partner is caught halfway between confused and exasperated. Carcat looks from Dave to the TV and back again.
Got your sword handy?
Always.
Good. See, I'm in sort of a bind here, and I'm afraid there's only one way out.
Okay, I'm fucking leaving.
And that's where we're going to end things for right now. We are keeping up with John. Oh, and Arani is on
Oh,
this
and look
page.
who's
We
here.
can get there.
Oh, I get to be my favourite
No,
voice.
you don't. No,
I
you
know
don't.
you-
You
that voice has been
absolutely do
exiled,
not. That's
remember?
illegal. You're banned. So, that's where we're going to end this episode for right now. Guys, what did you think?
Well, once we got through
Uh,
the horrible stuff on the first page, it was actually pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
awful, and then we started short and the long segment. Great stuff. Short and the long stopped. We got to the second page. Still great stuff.
Yeah.
I did it.
Goated, except for that bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no energy left.
Well,
guys.
I guess we just don't have
Yeah.
anything else to say then. I guess, right?
No, it was
outro.
fun. It was
Yeah.
good. We haven't done enough. I don't know what to say. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That much like Candy, it's probably gonna take a couple pages before I can actually form an opinion on this shit.
That is fair. Ish. Right, so, outro time, I guess. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Other things, such as Dig in Rinpa. It's back, baby, and we're going to be continuing until we've rounded out Chapter 4. So, there was some last week. There's going to be some this week. There might well be some the week after that, more than likely. So, you can look forward to that consistently through the majority of December. You can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. I post stuff there sometimes, not all the time, honestly. It's not often, but, you know, I do stuff sometimes. You can also, in both those places, send me asks, send me DMs, send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube does sometimes eat your comments, which is very frustrating for all involved, so if you had something you wanted to say to me or send me, and YouTube said you couldn't, you can send it to me on those places. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram. June.
Yeah. Follow me.
I was. Every time you start with yeah and then a long pause, I do every so often think, I'm just going to move on
I'm
to
just gonna
Arthur before
keep
there's anything
edging
else.
the bit until it
I'm
is just yeah.
At one point, I am just going to... You're going to say yeah, there's going to be a pause, and I'm going to immediately move on to Arthur. Speaking of, you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/PENNEDIIG. That's Pindaig. It'll be good fun. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be doing Dark Souls Remastered next. It'll be, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be, like, doing much of the, like, side. I'm literally just going to be like, fuck it, speed run and then do the DLC and then... Dark Souls.
Very coherent. A very coherent plan.
I'm going to be playing a game that I've played a lot of.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck, the Epilogues?
I'd like to say thank you all so much for watching. We are for making these. We hope you enjoy watching them, and it's good to officially be halfway through overall, I guess, of the epilogues and get started on this one, the quote unquote better one. But I suppose that remains to be seen.
We'll see about that. But so far, it's, you know...
I mean, I just pray that Roxy hasn't been lobotomized this time.
Well... Fingers fucking crossed, yeah?
I don't think I could handle that again.
Yep. That is fair. So, with that, we will see you in the next video. Later!
Bye.
Bye.